reading the Communist Manifesto after being dumped by his girlfriend at Christmas. Okay, this is making a lot more sense.
Holy shit.
That's such a specific origin story.
What's his name?
Please silence all phones.
This just in. Please silence your phones.
We don't want to be interrupted on this Tuesday Newsday.
Here on MKUSUAL, it's like MK Ultra, but more normal.
We are rocking toward the end of the year. It is New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Nick, do you have any New Year's Eve plans?
I'll be working for 12 hours entertaining people at the comedy club.
Awesome. I bet you're going to be real happy when they don't leave right after the show.
I'm going to enjoy watching the champagne toast at midnight after the second show.
And at like 9 after the first show.
Yeah. Jazz and jokes could be cool. The jazz band they usually have is good.
Is that the show?
It's like, yeah, they do jazz for the...
Oh, yeah.
At the Doors, they have a jazz band, and then they do like a regular comedy show.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I'm trying to stay out off the road.
Yes.
Although I'm being seduced to go up to Leavenworth to watch Kids in the Hall with my sister and finally catch up on that.
Ooh, that's...
It's pretty tempting. She said she'd buy a pizza, like Christmas presents, a pizza. It's Kids in the Hall on Prime. My idea. I pitched her the idea, but now I'm having second thoughts about being out.
I mean...
I hate being out on New Year's. I was like trying to see if I can move it to Wednesday. I'm probably going to call her after the show.
That's a good plan. If you can like time it so like...
That's the thing. If I can time it where I'm like leaving.
I think if you... How far is it? Like 30 minutes from here maybe?
No, it's probably more like 45.
Okay. Damn. I was going to say if you could like...
And I got to go through the entire... I am in southeast Kansas City and Leavenworth is northwest. So I have to drive through one way or another, I got to get through the entire metro.
The entire wall-to-wall fuck show.
Yeah.
That is going to be...
All the way from South City. Yes, exactly. I don't know. I know this is off topic, but it's New Year's. So
Yeah.
We did our resolutions on Sunday.
Yep, now we just have to try hard and believe in ourselves.
I don't know why that cracks me up so much. Now we just got to treat ourselves right. Starting the year, I'm going to lose 140 pounds.
You're going to weigh 60 pounds?
Yep.
Dude.
They say set your bar high. Believe in yourself. I'm going to have a radical. No one's going to recognize me. They're going to say... They're going to start using new words.
They're
like
going to say,
gaunt.
Dennis, you look like Christian Bale from The Machinist.
Yep, that's my
Except
goal.
worse.
I've always thought that was a good look. I'll look like Ariana Grande if she was an older dude.
That poor woman.
You seem in high spirits today. Well, I'll let you spin the wheel. I got 12 stories.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. It was hard finding stories that weren't normal this week. The whole weird news industrial complex kind of shut down for the holidays. Well, so I have some leftovers we didn't do last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cyborg cockroach armies. Okay. This is from TechSpot. Cyborg cockroach armies can now be mass produced at a rate of 1 every 68 seconds. Roaches are put to sleep and awakened with a cool backpack, which basically looks like a microchip. Cockroaches are some of the most resilient creatures on the planet, making them an excellent tool for operations where humans simply wouldn't fit. However, the biggest challenge has been taming these tiny beasts. While researchers have achieved limited success in the past, a new method now not only promises to turn cockroaches into cyborgs, but also does it at scale. A team of researchers in Singapore has unveiled a novel manufacturing process that can mass produce cyborg insects by automatically implanting electronic backpacks into the live bugs. The system is so efficient it can crank out a cyborg cockroach once every 68 seconds. That's a huge step up from previous efforts that require... I didn't realize that we were on this campaign to create cyborg cockroach armies. That was a huge step up from previous efforts that required manual implantations of electrodes.
This is a very effective tool if your enemies think bugs are yucky.
So yeah, it was slow, now it's fast. System starts by anesthetizing some unlucky cockroaches with carbon dioxide. These incapacitated insects are then secured to a platform by metal rods. From then, a robot equipped with computer vision and deep learning scans each bug to identify optimal implantation based upon its particular size and body structure. Using a robotic arm, a compact microcontroller is then carefully affixed to the roach. Specializing mounting branches help keep the backpack stable and secure. Once implanted, the backpack's electrodes can electrically stimulate the bug's neurons to control its movements, essentially making it a living slave. The team says that they put their manufacturing process through extensive testing on Madagascar hissing cockroaches, which is one of the largest species of the bug that can reach 5 to 7.5 centimeters at maturity. The results showed these cyborgs.
I know exactly how long 5 to 7.5 centimeters is.
I have an eerily accurate understanding. In outdoor trails, a squad of 4 cyborg roaches equipped with location trackers managed to collectively map 80% of the cluttered 4 square meter area within 10 minutes. All while being remotely controlled. The researchers state the breakthrough paves ways for fully fledged factories that can mass produce armies of insects, cyborgs, on demand to serve a variety of applications across different industries. Search and rescue, collapsed buildings, underground operations are 2 obvious use cases, but they also envision enhanced models with additional sensors for specialized inspections. Who knows what else it says. Sure, military. A big remaining challenge is to enable these cyborgs to operate autonomously rather than being remote controlled. If that can be achieved, you would have a normal roach with a weird backpack. I'm guessing they mean AI controlled.
Yeah, so they literally have to like...
Yeah.
I can never fucking remember this movie. I always forget to look it up when I'm thinking of it. But there was... It's got to be like early 90s, kind of like action sci-fi, but the bad guy had these like metal spiders that had like a spike on the front.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
That's all I can remember. I saw it as a kid. I remembered that scene and being fucking terrified of like robot bugs.
Well, since like the 60s, the CIA has tried to build robot bugs for spying.
Yes.
And a robot cat, even.
Well, and birds.
Yes. Birds are, of course, not real.
There's a Chinese like military recruiting video where they have like a bird and it looks pretty convincing in flight.
Project Acoustic Kitty. The CIA's project launched in the 1960s was intended to use cats to spy on Kremlin and Soviet embassies. This gets weird. I got on a deep dive on that once, and they put all kinds of shit inside those cats.
I like that they're like the search and rescue thing. That's actually a pretty good use.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
That would be amazing.
I'm not anti-robot cockroach. I just feel like it's one more monstrosity of nature.
I saw like some kind of demonstration, it was like a TED Talk kind of setting. There's a guy on a stage. He's got a drone that's like maybe 5 to 7.5 centimeters, or this big essentially. And he's like, on this is it's like 3 gram of shaped explosive.
Okay.
And it has a camera that is fed into AI.
That's what we're gonna fucking
facial recognition, and it flies right at this dummy and just blows kills them.
We're gonna have.
This is what this is going to be used
suicide drone cockroach armies.
Yeah, just release a swarm. They're gonna just fly over with a plane and drop them on a town.
Oh God! Think about what they did with the.
It's like
and these things could get in anywhere. We could be sitting here doing a podcast. They could crawl under the door.
Yeah, there's nowhere safe.
They have little mini explosives on them, just pop, 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 kind of like the pagers.
Right, they crawl in your mouth when you're sleeping. And
I literally, when I was researching this, I decided it was too boring of a story. There was a story about a guy who just this week had a live cockroach removed from his stomach.
Yuck. Dude, it's in there.
Yeah, all you have to do is crawl in someone's mouth while they're sleeping and pop, dead.
Well, that's incredibly terrifying.
Yep, they're coming. All right, you want to move on?
I did. Well,
okay.
My takeaway,
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're keeping notes, they were anesthetized
Yeah.
with the carbon monoxide.
Carbon dioxide.
Even better. So, like, you could just, if you think they're in your house, get an oxygen tank and flood your house.
You could just leave the gas on the stove.
Yep.
That would be a safe way. That would be a safe way to sleep. Just leave the gas on your stove. That way the robot cockroaches
Leave
can't
your
get
oxygen mask on.
In one way, I mean, here's another take. It is kind of freaky. I mean, I know it's a cockroach, but this is technically human beings have captured another species, abducted it, anesthetized it, and when it wakes up, it's literally a cyborg that we control with a chip in its brain. This is proof of concept.
Project much?
Anyway, that's our science news. Go ahead and spin. Four. Big number four. Exciting number. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. God, this one's actually kind of funny. I tried to Google for more info on this, but all there is endless articles that are the same every year. Tokyo cancels Christmas protest march, canceled by the Revolutionary Alliance of Unpopular Men. That's a very generous English translation. This group has been around for decades, I believe, and I think the more accurate translation is the Revolutionary Alliance of Men that women find unattractive. And essentially, if you Google these people, Revolutionary Alliance of Unpopular Men, because I was like, what is this? Is this a joke? It's a real thing. It's a bunch of ugly guys in Japan who hate romance. And pretty much apparently, I didn't know this, in Japan, in Japan, they love KFC. You have to get on a list like months in advance to get KFC for Christmas. 2, apparently Christmas is like a romance holiday. It's a holiday where people will be fucking, which makes sense because they're not a Christian country, so they're gonna have. Yeah. They've taken our shit because we nuked them, and they like do things
they love American
we do.
Culture,
right?
Like
but they put
cigarettes, and they also love Nazis. Anyway,
but their twist on they do love Nazis. Actually, we went down that. I don't think we've done that on the show yet. Oh yeah, we did, but then we felt so uncomfortable we deleted the segment. We had a whole segment about how much the Japanese love Nazis, and they have like shirts and shit of Hitler.
They dress up. Yeah, anyway.
I want
to hear about these fucking shows.
Yeah, so apparently on Christmas, Japanese be fucking, and the Revolutionary Alliance of Unpopular Men. The revolution has been canceled temporarily. In Japan, the biggest Christmas celebrations actually take place on Christmas Day, not Christmas Eve. So on December 24th, Christmas lights are shining around Tokyo with the sound of traditional Yuletide music playing from shopping center speakers, and revelers happily headed to dates and parties. However, there was something different about Christmas Eve in Tokyo earlier this year. Something was missing: the annual anti-Christmas protest march held by the Revolutionary Alliance of Unpopular Men. Traditionally, the group gathers every year in the afternoon of December 24th carrying banners and chanting messages of opposition to Christmas. Specifically, the organization takes issues with Christmas Eve's status as the most romantic date night of the year. However, it should be noted the Japanese term that makes up the unpopular part of the Revolution Alliance's name, himoti, specifically refers to guys who aren't popular with women, and so it's pretty clear that this march isn't meant as a rally for those who want to focus on the religious or broader humanitarian aspects of the holiday, so much as a get-together for those who are frustrated with their dateless status. Though not large or lengthy, the 2023 march consisted of about 15 people and lasted roughly 30 minutes. The march...
They slid that one in there.
They also do, while not large or lengthy. Yeah. They also protest Valentine's Day and stuff. These marches have been consistent, taking place on an annual basis since 2007. However, the group's slogan, Crush Christmas, couldn't be heard on the streets this past Tuesday because the anti-Christmas march was canceled. As announced through a post from the Revolutionary Alliance's Twitter page. This doesn't mean that the organization has necessarily softened its stance against Christmas, though. It's just that while its members may be unpopular, they're not unlawful, and they weren't able to file the paperwork necessary for holding a protest. So they're ugly and stupid. The announcement reads, regarding this year's Crush Christmas demonstration, due to various circumstances, our representative was unable to go to carry out the application process, and so demonstration has been canceled. We sincerely regret this and deeply apologize to you, comrades. So while it may be amusingly ironic if the Revolutionary Alliance of Unpopular Men had been disbanded as a result of its leaders finding dates on Christmas Eve, this appears to be merely a temporary setback for the cause. And presumably their annual march on Valentine's Day, another celebration they're not too keen on, is still in the works for 2025. But anyway, that's a thing that's happening in Japan.
It's weird that it's like, I mean, I get they're like a secular kind of country, as far as I understand. So it like makes sense that they would celebrate it, but in a different way. So they're just like rallying against any holiday where everyone else is getting laid.
Yes,
Okay.
Every holiday. Here, there's a Rational Wiki page on them. The Kukuhido, or the Revolutionary Unpopular Alliance, is a community in the Japan, oh, this is a nice word, encelosphere. Since it mostly consists of man cells, they are part of the manosphere. Sometimes they leave their online world and protest against Valentine's Day. They're described as misanthropic, Marxist, oddly enough, and opposed to romance. So it's an ugly communist group. It's a group for ugly communist incels.
You'd think that they would like figure out that communist girls are easy.
I don't know what
and
the
just
culture
be
is.
actual communists.
Japan might be way more anti-communist than us because they are right next to North Korea and China, and like they probably aren't as chill. I like how self-aware Japan seems.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, we need a group for ugly guys who can't get dates, and we're communists. And then they just go out and file the paperwork and do their thing.
It's a very communist attitude towards protest.
Crush Valentine.
Fill out your forms in triplicate.
Here's an article from 2015 about them marching on a group of Japanese single men, communists, say that Valentine's Day is, quote, oppressive chocolate capitalists to exploit consumers.
So that seems a little more political and...
They call it a blood-soaked conspiracy of Valentine's Day, driven by the oppressive chocolate capitalist, has arrived again. In order to create a brighter future, we call for solidarity among our unloved comrades, so that we may demonstrate in response to opposition of Valentine's Day and the romantic industrial complex. Crush St. Valentine's Day. Don't be fooled by chocolate capitalism. And flirting is terrorism. Wage war on terrorism.
This is interesting. This has got me thinking, because it's like there is like a weird social pressure to like have a Valentine,
Yes.
and that creates like this subversive thing that's going on in people's pursuit of romance, that it is kind of fueled by capitalism.
I mean, yeah, it definitely creates this culture of like, oh, he poor, he only took me to Starbucks. Like,
Yeah.
there's this whole...
Well, it's like a layer of... it's a fucking psyop.
I mean, hey, if you think about it, we do bitch in America about the commercialization of holidays.
I'm saying I'm starting to like. I'm not saying I'm gonna join the revolution, but
I don't know. If I lived in Japan, I'd be one of the 15 guys. It was founded in 2006 by Mr. Furusawa, who started reading the Communist Manifesto after being dumped by his girlfriend at Christmas. Okay, this is making a lot more sense.
Holy shit.
That's such a specific origin story.
What's his name?
Katsuhiro Furusawa.
Okay, I gotta see.
and swiftly concluded that not being popular with the opposite sex is a class issue. This sounds like some shit that would happen on Reddit. Mr. Furusawa insists on wearing a helmet and dark glasses and a scarf over his face when he wages class war. A throwback to Japan's extremist left-wing student demonstrations of the 60s. Quote, all the mass media does is dehumanize those who are not in love. He told Arrow magazine, it makes them worthless. But the love the mass media
he's like a handsome guy.
I don't know what's good or bad with Japanese people. I don't know what they find. To me, that looks like a normal.
He's like a 7.
A normal.
He's like a 6.5 or 7. He's like a.
If he was like my boss at work, or I worked with him, or I met him at a.
That looks like
that's kind of a dweeb.
Okay, I guess to just say that women are not attracted to. So it's probably his general demeanor.
I mean, it might be the fact that he's the type of guy that when he gets dumped, he immediately reads the Communist Manifesto and goes on an 18-year journey to destroy Christmas. There might have been other issues in the relationship other than his insecurities about his looks. I do like this, that during the protests, he shouts at couples through a megaphone to, quote, self-criticize. Dude, Japan's dope.
Bro, let it go.
You gotta move on, bro.
They're Buddhists.
There's a whole other generation of women since you started doing this.
You could, okay. Yeah, the Buddhists, I mean, they're like Zen Buddhists in Japan. They would say attachment is the root of all suffering. And,
well, he's trying to tear it down. I love how militant they are. Yeah.
Okay, well.
During one protest, he railed against housewives who decide Japan's future. So we know his ex got married.
Oh, my Lord. Bless his little heart.
To a large extent, it's sour grapes. They're self-admitted, unattractive men who have been found wanting and have given up. This is so sad. Just in general, someone should go up and hug these people.
You nailed it. That like they're so hyper self-aware, but they're also like latched onto any identity that, you know.
Yeah, Japan's weird.
It's creating this like, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it's like.
It's also apparently a very lonely culture.
Yeah. I guess it makes it even more like bitter when you have love and lose it, because it's not like, I don't know.
Hikikomori, the phenomenon of extreme social isolation.
Well,
among elderly men who live alone, over 15% regularly have days when they don't speak to anyone, while 30% have no reliable people in their lives. 2010, Japanese government estimated there's 700,000 individuals living with hikikomori, with an average age of 31.
Okay. That's everybody.
Well, there's only 15 people who, that guy's got a katana. There's some guy I don't watch him often, but I found him on YouTube. He's like this good-looking 45, 50-year-old dude, and all he does is he plays Famicom games on YouTube and talks about how lonely he is. Okay, all right, you want to move on?
Yes, I'm sad.
Five. We might actually have a lot of leftover stories this week. That might be good, because I noticed that news is way down on holidays. At least funny news is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you'll love this one. This pisses me off. Fortune magazine, Walmart is experimenting with body cameras for its employees, like the ones used by cops, as the retail industry fends off unprecedented levels of shopper violence. Our culture is falling apart. Walmart is piloting a body camera program at a set of stores as a safety measure for employees. Retailers have asked employees to wear the cameras as a way to deter difficult interactions from escalating. Did not offer insights on the specific type of body cameras. It's the holiday season. Shoppers have gotten more testy and in some cases violent. The National Retail Federation reports unprecedented levels of retail crime, violence, and theft. Walmart's the #1 retailer in the Fortune 500 confirms Tuesday it's piloting a program in which employees at a select number of stores are wearing body cameras. While we don't want to talk about the specifics of our security measures, we are always looking for a new and innovative technology used across the retail industry. Blah, blah, blah. That's essentially the story.
Yeah, that's...
One sheriff in Texas noted that the body cameras are the same ones that he wears on the job. Now, I totally get it, because people be wildin'.
Yeah, it's like I waited till Christmas Eve to shop for my entire family, and then they didn't have the fucking thing I wanted, and so it's obviously Jeremy's fault in electronics. And
Plus, people be shoplifting. People just in general have been violent. Like all this shit that happens on planes, all this mass shoplifting, just people randomly punching people in the streets. Like, I feel like we're having mass psychosis.
yeah,
It does make me sad though, because it seems like I understand why if I was an employee at one of these places and I had someone throw a punch at me, I would be like furious.
Yeah, because you're like, you have to like consider the liability. You have to protect your job by, not responding. Not, I don't know. Personally, I don't think that people shoplift enough from Walmart.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, the loss is figured into the prices
That is true.
of an average.
Well, I'm talking about these people who run in and they like grab a bunch of not normal. Some shoplifting is going to happen.
Like the shit in California.
Yeah, like the shit in California. Like a mob will run in, or like everybody will take a TV, or I mean that puts those people in such a dangerous circumstance because they don't want to lose their job, but they don't want to be in a physical altercation. They're getting paid minimum wage.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they take the oath they pledge to Sam Walton seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just on both sides. This is a story about how our culture is falling apart. Like the amount of like lawlessness, but then like this is almost like a police state tactic. Like,
Yes.
pretty soon we're gonna have YouTube channels that are just like Walmart security body cam footage of like Walmart employees like doing chokeholds and shit, or like shootings, or
I would, if I were a Walmart employee, I would take a lap around the store, choose my weapon for the day, and then after my shift, just go put it back. You don't have to buy it. You just take the bear spray or the fucking slingshot from the sporting goods.
I worked at Walmart in the early 2000s, and they have a fuck ton of and the little one I worked for had so much security, so many cameras. I don't understand how they're so bad at stuff. Like, I've been personally harassed, like within the last year, like trying to leave Walmart by people, like the door guy wants to see your receipt and shit, and that pisses me off.
Right.
Because I feel like I just bought this. This is my shit. That means I'm carrying a bag full of my shit, and I don't want you going through a bag full of my shit. I get why they do it,
Right.
but it pisses me off. I feel like it's a breach of privacy. Like, I don't get to go through your wallet. I don't understand with all the technology and stuff how they don't have it down where like they only harass like I know for a fact when that happened to me that I had not stolen anything, and like how do they not know that? If they thought I looked suspicious, like how are they not following me with a camera? How are they not checking what's in my cart? How are they not checking the receipt digitally?
They have like the plainclothes security too, that like if you're suspicious, they just follow you around the store and they pretend to like shop in the same area and keep an eye on you.
The one I go to always has one or two cops.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, dude, I actually don't go to Walmart as much as I probably should because some of their prices are pretty low and stuff. The cops thing bothers me because I'll tell you right now, this is with my personality. If a cop tried to harass me on my way out of fucking Walmart and search me, a cop,
Yeah.
I would be so livid.
Not a security guard, a cop.
A security guard, I've literally just told people on my way out before, like, no, I don't have a receipt, bye, just walk to my fucking car. Like, if you want to make this a physical thing, like, fine. But I'm not going to be impugned like that. But if a fucking officer of the state and off duty, but they still, they have to be off duty. They can't be getting paid to sit around in Walmart. But they wear all their full shit. They have their gun. I swear to God, if a dude who works for the freaking state with a gun starts wanting to check my Walmart receipts, I will flip my shit. I'll probably end up getting arrested, even though I didn't steal anything. So I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about this.
Yeah.
I
had a friend who he had the number of his local Walmart saved in his phone, and he would call them and file customer complaints until he I want to, you just call and pretend to be real pissed off and try to talk to
offer something.
And then so he would get to the manager and they're like, okay, sir, what was your complaint? And he's like, yeah, I was in your store the other day and I got hit in the head with a falling price and I think I'm going to sue. And he just called to the point where they knew his number and his voice. And so then you had to start doing characters and calling from other people. So he didn't stop. He just kept doing it.
Oh my God.
Pretty funny bit.
That's a pretty good date. Pretty good bit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, so Walmart is a privatized police state now.
Yes. This is weird. I'll save this for next week. You want to do one more before we do desk jokes?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and spin that wheel, baby. Lots of leftover stories. I guess I didn't need to collect that many. 2. Hopefully it's a good one. It's our last one.
You know what's funny? I was gonna do.
I was hoping we'd do this one.
I was gonna do as a bit. That's my spin, and it would have been 2.
Oh, that's funny. It was meant to be. Yeah. This is kind of a short one from the Latin Times. Woman who warned social media not to fall for Keanu Reeves romance scam becomes homeless after falling for a Keanu Reeves romance scam. 67-year-old California woman who once warned others about the dangers of a Keanu Reeves romance scam has now become a victim herself, leading such a highly specific thing to fall for. Leading to her becoming homeless after losing thousands of dollars. Catherine Goodson's story began in 2022 when she was initially tricked by an individual posting as Keanu Reeves. Goodson explained how she was convinced to send a $500 gift card to the fake Keanu Reeves to prove she wasn't interested in his money. That makes sense. That's what I would do if I was a millionaire. Have random 67-year-olds send me. Yeah. She realized it was a scam and then blocked him after posting a warning about it. Another profile reached out to Goodson pretending to be the real Keanu Reeves. They claimed they were attempting to console her about the previous scam attempt. The woman fell for it, and eventually the two were in love. He wanted to marry me, Goodson said. She is now homeless, living in her car in Vista, California. It's not funny, but she shared her story publicly to raise awareness about these claims. Fortunately, I wasn't maybe listening to the warning signs, she said. I don't blame anyone but myself. She ended up sending Bitcoin, gift cards, and wire transfers to the imposter over a period of 2 years, believing she was helping Keanu Reeves with supposed financial issues. This is awful. I was lonely, she admitted.
No.
Despite the ongoing deception, she continues to try to make sense of her choices and urges others not to fall for similar scams. I feel like the real Keanu Reeves owes this woman a visit.
Yeah.
I feel like she has such undying commitment to Keanu Reeves. Not that he would need money or anything, but like he knows there's one bad bitch out there who's like got his back no matter what.
True.
You know, not saying he has to marry her, but he could give her $10,000.
Yeah. Yeah. She should move to Japan.
Yes. Lonely women against Keanu Reeves.
She should start the revolution.
I have such, oh man, Keanu Reeves.
That's sad. It's so sad. It is like, okay, the fucking evil of doubling down and
it had to be the same fraudster.
I'm the real.
Yeah. You're like, damn, she got us. No, go in again. I don't care if I have to be 6 Keanu Reeves. Oh no. Man, okay, well that's pretty much that story.
Poor woman. What was her name?
Catherine Goodson.
Well, God bless you, Catherine Goodson.
Swindled out of her life savings. God bless you. Merry Christmas. I hope, dude, start a GoFundMe. Although, man, I don't know, man. Hopefully she has family. I mean, it sounds like not. Man, there's a lot of articles. Colorado woman appears to be latest victim of Keanu Reeves.
Oh, this is like...
Vista woman loses life savings to Keanu Reeves. How to report romance scam involving Keanu Reeves.
How to report.
Keanu Reeves,
Man. We need to sick,
here's a Reddit. Get it off my chest. My friend thinks she's being contacted by Keanu Reeves.
What's the scam buster's name? The like English dude.
Oh.
Like Jim something.
What? I'm blanking on this.
You know who I'm talking. We should sick that guy on him. The only guy I can think of is Kit Boga, but he's like nice and goofy. But like it's like Jim Brown or something. Not Jim Brown, but yeah, we should sick the fucking British scam hacker guy.
This says Keanu Reeves a very common. This person's in Sweden. Says that Keanu Reeves is chatting with her friend in perfect Swedish. Yeah, we need to do something. We need to do something for this woman. I feel bad for her, but then it's also like, man, how stupid.
You know what we should do? We should find one of these scams and then pose as Keanu Reeves, saying,
Yeah.
I'm actually gay and I'm in love. I don't want to stereotype, but I know exactly who these people are doing the scam.
I know.
Maybe not though, actually, because they're perfect Swedish. Like, I don't know. I guess you could use a
There's
translate bot. Or
There's
whatever.
a book in England called Keanu Reeves is Not in Love with You. This is like an ongoing...
It's so weird that it's like become one person. Like it's become Keanu Reeves and not like
Right.
the Michael B. Jordan is in love with you scam. Or, you know, could be any... I don't know.
There's another woman from Southern California named Miss Landers who was taken by Keanu Reeves. Canadians are warned about Keanu Reeves scams. That is so odd.
It's a worldwide phenomenon. Oh, what the fuck?
Keanu Reeves cons woman out of $750,000.
Dude, okay. He needs to say something about this. He needs to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of do feel like he has an obligation to at least come out and say, I am not dating anybody. He should go on TMZ once a week. I had no idea how common this one specific celebrity was. It kind of makes sense, though, because how often do you hear about Keanu Reeves?
He does.
He kind of just drops a hit and then disappears to the next one.
Let's see if he has commented like in any way about this.
This is from 2021. If Keanu Reeves slides into your DMs, beware of the scam. This has been ongoing for years.
Well,
Home Equity used a deepfake Keanu Reeves.
ChatGPT is not working for me. Last time this happened, I was looking up weather modifications, and it said there was a server error.
Dude, mine forgot our chat about the space monsters. And it was a chat where I was asking it about if they would be attracted, if there's any reason a creature would be attracted to radiation.
Okay.
Or like nuclear bases, and it just like deleted our chat. The FBI stats show 19,000 Americans are duped by deepfake romance scams last year, totaling $1.3 billion in losses. Deepfake Keanu Reeves scam.
Holy fuck, dude, $1 billion?
This is a whole industry pretending to be Keanu Reeves. He should say something.
Well, okay.
I'm with you, dude.
It says Reeves does not have any social media accounts. His publicist has stated Keanu Reeves does not participate in any forms of social media, nor has he ever done so in the past or plan to do so in the future. If anyone tries to contact you via social media claiming to be him, it is a fraud. He has not personally commented. However, his representatives have consistently emphasized his lack of social media presence to warn fans against such fraudulent activities. It's also like anomalous that he doesn't use social media at all.
That might be why they pick him.
Yeah.
Maybe he owes it to the fans to create create official pages on everything, even if he doesn't use it.
I get he wants to, like, it's like probably part of his fucking, to be that famous, I wouldn't want to be checking my tweets every day.
No, but I feel like I would be the same, but he can hire somebody
Right.
to set up an account and to just have a thing on there that says, like, if this is not the account, you are talking to fake Keanu Reeves.
Right. And to let his account become the top account. So when you search it, it goes to this and until, like, I feel like he...
Screenshots of another lady named Becky Holmes talking to Keanu Reeves. How you doing, baby? I thought you forgot about me just because I asked you for something. Becky says, of course I haven't forgot about you. I had to go out last night. I stalking new prey and I can't have my phone on me. Keanu says, so she's in a little argument with Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves says, where are you now? Becky says, I'm in bed. I wish you were here. I'd need to move the rotting cadaver, but then we would have plenty of room. She must be messing with him. Keanu Reeves, I really need to be with you all the days of my life, baby. Becky says, I need you all the days of my life, too. I can't promise there'd be many of them left after I get my hands on you, but I'd be like, with you till your demise. He says, can you help me out with stuff now? She says, what stuff? He says, just click the link. Becky says, why do you need a $50 Steam card? Keanu Reeves says, I need it on my phone to play some games. She says, okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay.
Wait, go back.
I think she gets the scammer.
Hold on. Okay. What is it? Okay, wait.
I need it on my phone and play some games, listen to music.
Okay, that makes perfect. I know you're short of a few bob. I'll get it for you later. Okay. See, because that's like show Bob and Vagine is.
I think this lady's on it.
Yeah. But that's hilarious that she said that.
All right.
Okay. Well, we cracked the case on that one.
Oh, we cracked the case. Time for desk jokes. We're half an hour into this episode. 40 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I do birthdays first.
Yeah, we do. But I only have one birthday, so.
Okay. Here.
All right.
I'll go first, and then. Okay. Ted Danson turned 77 on Monday. Best known for his role as Sam Monroe on Cheers, where his character is stuck returning to a purgatory of his own creation, cementing him as the greatest method actor in history.
I can't wait to see how that looks. Birthdays this week. J. Edgar Hoover, FBI director, would have been 129. He's of course remembered, He's of course remembered as being the gayest arch conservative since Lindsey Graham. Why would you write that, Nick? Okay. What's wrong with you?
Sir Anthony Hopkins turns 87 on New Year's Eve. The Hannibal actor plans to murder and eat someone who has mildly insulted him with their incompetence, cementing him as the second greatest method actor in history.
I love that your Siri turned on when you were reading that. Did you notice that? It turned on just when you said cannibalism.
I think Sir Anthony?
Cannibalism. Okay. LeBron James turns 40 this week. James plans to celebrate his birthday by researching countries that do not have an extradition agreement with the United States.
North Korea is one. Grandmaster Flash turns 66 on January 1st. Best known as the first homophobic rapper, not to be confused with Grand Wizard Flash, the rap game's first racist rapper.
The first homophobic rapper.
There's just a line in the song The Message.
Yes.
Where he talks about...
I see it.
He drops the F slur and... yeah. Also, rap famously homophobic.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's an awful big thing to pin on one guy.
There's some layers to that joke. I still love that song. I got some sports news.
Okay.
We'll do some sports news.
All right.
The Chiefs... Oh, wait. Wrong. Chiefs secured the AFC's top seed in the run-up to the playoffs this week. Concurrently, Harrison Butker's wife has secured the top seed when the entire Chiefs secondary came on top of her head.
The endless onslaught of Harrison Butker cuck jokes. Any more sports?
You thought I forgot. We took a week off. I just needed to recharge, baby.
Back in the saddle. Just like his wife.
It's so fun.
Yeah,
Like, how can you
it's
not? It's
everything.
like so fun.
It's like Harrison Butker's wife. You got another sports one?
Oh, yeah, I got one more. The Chiefs organization is currently in talks to play an NFL game in the city of Berlin, Germany, marking the first time since the 1936 Olympics that they have invited African Americans to their city to compete in a sporting event.
Oh, poor Berlin. Political news. I'll do this week in a major international event. It's been revealed that China has hacked into the United States Treasury. Thankfully, all they found was 140 trillion IOUs.
That's a great joke. I got some national news. Farmers are increasingly adopting artificial intelligence technologies to address labor shortages and environmental challenges, continuing the practice of feeding millions of people without learning how to read. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I don't know. That's the only one I can go.
I'm not proud of this one, but reports have surfaced that President Joe Biden still believes he would have won the 2024 election. Say what you will, but the guy is still a giant retard.
He's got hope in 2028. He's going to run again.
I hope so.
Speaking of presidents, former President Jimmy Carter died this week at the age of 100. His death serves as a sober reminder to always check your Metamucil for fentanyl.
Oh, man. They got him. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg recently denied that his giant underground compound in Hawaii is a, quote, doomsday bunker, stating, "Don't worry, it's just your average child sex trafficking bunker." That was Nick's.
I got some local news.
Okay.
Harold's Drive-In, famous burger spot in the Northeast, plans to close after 66 years of continuous operation. The new owners say they plan to continue the traditions under a new name, vowing to never clean the flat top for another 66 years.
That sounds about right. Finally, celebrity news. Jay Leno is in the news again for denying that his recent facial injuries were mob-related. Saying, hey, when you own this much denim shirts, shit happens. Okay, whatever. He does wear a lot of denim. He does wear a lot of denim shirts for some reason.
Yeah, like I don't think I've, except when he's in a suit on the Leno show, I don't think I've ever seen him.
No,
Does the man own a T-shirt?
No, just you just Google search Jay Leno denim shirt. The guy just the whole screen is blue. The guy just fucking loves it. Anyway, he's into cars. Well,
oh, I saw a thing in one of his cars. They're going through his car collection. It's a electric car from 1908 that he has in his collection.
Oh my God.
And there were charging stations all over New York City. There was like 17,000 or something produced, but he has it's like pristine condition.
Oh wow.
But it's a battery operated electric car from 1908.
The 1908 Columbia Electric Victoria Phaeton.
Columbia Electric, that's us.
Groundbreaking car from 1908. Oh wow, that's interesting. This might go on a Friday eventually.
Yeah, I think we should. Okay, we'll do a
people who got whacked for creating alternative energy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Slash.
We've been promising it a while. It might be this Friday. I think that'd be an easy thing to put together and talk about. Okay, well, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow. It's New Year's Eve, and we are judging people on the internet. It's part of my crusade to get much worse than better this year.
You're doing great.
Well, we're not there yet. I'm in a stasis until tomorrow.
Bye.